Dinner time. It's more than just a meal. It's when work comes to a halt, where macaroni masterpieces are made and little moments turn into lasting memories. With the Blue Cash Preferred Card, you can get 6% cash back at U.S. supermarkets. So you can bring home the flavors that bring everyone together. We did say everyone. Make the special moments even more rewarding. Learn more at americanexpress.com/explore-bcp. Terms and cashback cap apply with Blue Cash Preferred.
Quick quiz. What injury law firm has been helping people in the District, Maryland, and Virginia for over 35 years? That's right. It's Greenberg and Betterman. Auto accident? Medical malpractice? Get a free consultation by visiting gblawyers.com and feel better.
Yo, thank you for listening, downloading, and subscribing to the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm 12 Kyle. All right, check this out. On this podcast, we're going to talk about Facebook. More specifically, we're going to talk about some annoying things that we constantly see on Facebook that people really should stop doing. And hopefully, if you're listening, you're not doing these things. So sit back, relax. We'll drop the theme music and we'll get the podcast jumping. Let's get it. Welcome back. As I mentioned at the top, we're talking about the annoying things that you should stop doing on Facebook. Now, when I say you, I don't necessarily mean you, the listener. Well, maybe I do, because maybe some of you out there are actually doing these annoying things and you really need to stop it because it's annoying. I've been on Facebook for 10 years. In fact, Facebook just sent me a notification last week that I was celebrating my 10-year anniversary. I mean, they didn't take me out to dinner. They didn't send me a gift card. But, it was my 10-year anniversary on Facebook. And it gave me this list of people who I've been friends with, for these 10 years, I guess. So that was cool, I guess. I'll be the first to admit that I have a love-hate relationship with Facebook. Right now, me and Facebook are cool. We've had our moments in the past where I'm like, I don't know. I will say Facebook was cool until Twitter came along, and I found myself doing more on Twitter than I was on Facebook. Now I really don't do a lot on both, at least not as much as I used to. But it's cool. It's good keeping in touch with people. And I remember I was going to get rid of my Facebook account until one of my classmates, one of my best friends from the second grade, found my uncle's Facebook page. He hit my uncle up and said, "Hey, I went to school with your nephew, Kyle. Can you get me in contact with him?" And we've been friends ever since. So I'm cool with that. And I think, Facebook is able to connect people. And I'm all about connecting. I'm all about, sharing, and that's cool and everything. But there's some annoying things that happen on Facebook. And, to be honest, there's some annoying people on Facebook. And, unfortunately, we're friends and we're family members of those annoying people. So I just, I wrote some things down here that I think really need to stop happening on Facebook. I mean, because, again, they're very, very annoying. And there's a lot I don't understand about Facebook's algorithms and all of that stuff like that. So, but I think most people, especially those who are going to listen to this podcast, you either one, have a Facebook page, or two, someone that does. I don't think that there's anybody listening to this podcast that does not have a Facebook page, or at the very least know someone who does. I know, a few people who aren't on Facebook, but the majority of the people that I know, and the majority of you who are going to listen to this podcast, you're on Facebook. So you can totally and unequivocally identify with some of the things that I'm going to do and say here. So without further ado, let me kick the ballistics. All right. First thing, what's very annoying about Facebook? First and foremost, you don't know how many people see your post. So when you disseminate information, you're left to kind of guess as to who sees it. And I would venture to say that, most people don't see your posts. But the ones that do, not everybody's going to comment. And that's the way that it's supposed to be. But here's one thing that's very annoying about Facebook. And it's not necessarily Facebook, but it's the people who inhibit the space of Facebook. The brag, right? Bragging, I get it, but let me give you an example. Okay, this is a Facebook status. Quote, "Life is so awesome. I just snagged a new promotion, bought a new car, and signed a new lease for my new mansion. It's hard work, but somebody's got to be amazing. Laugh out loud." Close quote. Hashtag loving life. Really? I mean, I'm all for, positivity, if you will, but your life is great. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want anybody, listening to this podcast to not think that you shouldn't promote greatness, but come on, man. Your life isn't that great. A post making your life sound great, like either you got your dream job or you got your degree or you're loving your new crib. I'm cool with that. If you met your favorite singer, you got a new album, you're headed out on a night of fun with your friends, or, just your regular day-to-day stuff, it's okay to, talk about it, but to brag about it, there's a difference. And it looks like you're bragging. I don't know that people are that excited about life. and I'm one who is a very positive person, but even in my life, I mean, I don't know how excited I am about life to go on like that status that I just read. And that is someone's status, who shall remain nameless. But yeah, man, the brag is just like, come on, really? Like life can't be that amazing. I mean, we all have our ups and downs. Hopefully you have more ups than downs. That's what life is about. But really to go into all of that detail, it's a bit much, and it's probably, as the kids would say, it's probably not that lit. But I'll move on. Next, the humble brag. Oh my God. I see a lot of humble brags on Facebook. I think humble bragging is a lot worse than bragging because people disguise the humble brags. And, it sometimes it comes off as like a little rant. And I'll give you an example. Quote, "Oh my God, can I just go to work this morning? 3 men stopped me to tell me how beautiful I was, asked for my number. A man gave me his seat on the subway telling me you're way too gorgeous to be standing. Then I get to work just to be honked at and winked at twice by the guy as I walk through the door. Grrr. Hashtag men suck." Close quote. Okay, I get it, sis. You're fine. I'm all about my beautiful black sisters. I love black women. My mother's black. My wife is black. My daughter's black. I will always uphold and champion black women. But come on, man. I mean, really? Come on, son. I mean, like, is it really like that? I mean, we get it that you're beautiful. We get it that, someone is paying you attention, and you should be championed and feel happy about the fact that someone is paying you attention. And we understand that you're cute or you're fine or whatever the case may be. And we understand that, hey, maybe you do get tired of men Googling at you. Maybe you probably get tired of men, doing things that they shouldn't be doing. Now, honking the horn, I mean, that's going a little bit too far. You don't want it to be, nobody wants to be harassed, especially in this day and time. But, a post like that, I think you probably can tweak it a little bit better, not to come off as, I'm beautiful and I'm just tired of these men bothering me. Because trust me, I think that there's a level of, you want to bring the attention to your post. And, everybody really don't want to see that. To be honest, I'm going to keep it a buck. Everybody want to see that. Or you can do the humble brag like, here's another one. quote, packing for Maui. Ugh. Does anyone know a device that will help me pack my cutest summer gear in a flash? Close quote. Come on, bro. We get it. I understand. You're going to Maui. Do you really need a device to help you pack your cutest summer gear? Come on, man. Really? I mean, going on trips, spending money. I mean, we all do that. At least I would assume that we all do that. But you don't have to brag about it. The humble brag is just like really quietly the most annoying. And I will be honest. Let me make sure nobody's listening. Hey, me and my friends, we really joke people who humble brag. The group chats are so funny when you screenshot somebody's humble brag post and you put it in your group chat for everybody in the group to discuss and dismantle and laugh at. And quite frankly, we tell each other what we already know, that person's pretty corny. So yeah, people talk about it, but sometimes, just to let you know, people might be talking behind your back. The bottom line is this, man. Whether or not you're bragging about being pretty or bragging about where you're going or what have you, it's not really cool. You can state it without bragging. I guess that's the basis of this part here. You can state it without bragging, and it doesn't come off as condescending. And nobody, when stuff is condescending, people tend to look at you like a jerk. And who wants to hang around a jerk? So there's that. Another thing, detailing about your amazing or awful relationship. Whew, man, I could write a book on this one. Honestly, I don't really have a problem with people talking about how great their relationship is, because I think that's cool. Because you give a chance for people on the outside, if you will, to take a peek inside as to what it is, that's going on in your relationship, in your house, or whatever the case may be. I just think you have to kind of play that with you have to that comes with a caveat. You have to understand that in saying those things, when you talk about how great your relationship is with your significant other, your wife or whomever, husband, if things go bad, you're going to look kind of funny. Now that's not to say that you should not be telling your boo on Facebook that you love him, or telling your, baby mama that you love her, or whatever the case may be. You just have to be mindful of the fact that some of these statuses are a little bit over the top. So I don't know how much you should necessarily share about your love for your significant other, your husband or wife or whomever, with 1,000 other people who can randomly just look at this at a moment's whim. Or the flip side of it, talking about how bad your relationship is. I see that a lot, to be honest. And of course, the Facebook status posts about the baby mama, how raggedy she is, or even worse, the trifling baby daddy. Oh man, the Father's Day, when Father's Day comes, you don't want to be on Facebook. It is so much. It is funny to me. You know what? It's not even funny. It's kind of sad when you see these women and men, openly bash, the person that they chose to have children with, or the person that they chose to, be in a relationship with. I think sometimes it's hard for you to get on social media, get on Facebook, and to, talk about how bad someone is as far as whether or not they're a great father or husband or whatever the case may be, when you made the decision to be with them. And I understand people make mistakes, but I don't think Facebook's necessarily the place for that. I don't really see a lot of, stuff about people talking about how awesome their relationship is. But it's the ones that, talk about how awful it is really over the top. And, just a bit of advice for those who do that. Trust me, the people like myself who are out there, they're reading the status. They may never comment on it, but they're reading the status. And, so you don't necessarily look any better by putting that person down. So I just think, bottom line is there's no excuse for you to be blasting someone, on Facebook. I understand. Yeah. Facebook, you have a bigger platform. You have more interaction because, if you wrote in I guess it's not even 140 characters anymore, on Twitter, you might get some interaction, but if you wrote, a scathing post about, with your baby daddy not paying child support, or your bad relationship where your man cheated on, you'll get, so many people chiming in about what you should be doing and this and that, and then bashing him. And it's not a good look. It's not a good look for him. It's not a good look for you. Also on Facebook, I don't understand the whole concept of, changing your quote unquote relationship status to quote in a relationship or quote engaged or quote married. I mean, I'm married. I don't need to change my status to tell you that. I mean, you see me in the pictures with her. You see our kids. You see all of us together. But that's just me. I mean, I don't think that people really care. I think, you, as much as you want to get on social media, Facebook in particular, and talk about your relationships, generally speaking, I don't think people care. I think people, your friends and the people who are closest to you, they know more about what your relationship is or isn't. And generally speaking, outside of those people, they really don't care. Another thing that's very annoying about Facebook, and I still haven't figured out the purpose of this. What the hell is a Facebook poke? Can somebody please tell me what the hell is a Facebook poke? I have no clue as to what it is, why it's there, or anything. Enlighten me, please. Because I just don't know, man. It's crazy. So yeah, and I don't have anybody that pokes me. I did have a former coworker who has my cell phone number, by the way, and she would just poke me. I don't know why. I mean, like, she would poke me and then like not say anything. She wouldn't message me or nothing. I'm like, dude, you could text me, and she never would. She would just poke me, just send me a Facebook poke, and I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to? Am I supposed to poke you back? Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't understand. To this day, I still don't understand the purpose of the Facebook poke. I wish Facebook would get rid of the poke. I heard that they were. I don't know when it's going to happen. Hopefully, it will happen sooner than later. Another thing that's annoying about Facebook, the enlightened messages. I think those can be a little over the top. Now, I will be the first to admit, full disclosure, every weekday, I post a quote, a motivational quote, if you will. I post it on Twitter and Facebook. And I don't do it now. I've been doing it on Twitter for years. I just started doing it on Facebook maybe about, 4 or 5 years ago. But I did it. I was really doing it really because I wanted to, I think if you post something at 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm assuming that's the time that most people in my time zone, that are my friends and family on Facebook, that's around the time that they probably will be picking up their phones at some point in time and looking at Facebook. And I think it's always cool to have some type of, if you can put something positive in the atmosphere and positive for people to see, I think that's cool, as opposed to, waking up, opening up your Facebook timeline and seeing me complaining about my baby mama, which I don't have one, but just in the case I did. You get my point. So that's why I did that. But I will say this about the messages. I think sometimes they're a little bit over the top, and I don't think that includes me, because I only post one message a day, and I only do it during the weekdays. So it's 5 messages a week, right? And people like them, people comment on them, and it's cool. I think it's cool that they do that. I don't necessarily do it for them. It's just more or less to put out a positive thought, if you will. But I'll say this. some of them are over the top. When you see the ones that say like, forward this to 5 people and Jesus will bless you. Really? You think Jesus is on Facebook? I mean, really? I don't think he is. I could be wrong, but I don't think Jesus is on Facebook. At least I haven't checked. I would love if he was. I would, friend him. But I don't think Jesus is on Facebook. And I don't think if I forward this message that I'm going to get any more blessings that I would any other time. I could be wrong. Facebook, those of you listening, hit me up in the comment section. I don't know. But I don't think Jesus is on Facebook. Anyway, yeah, so the messages went, and then I think a lot of people tend to send a lot of those multiple times a day. And I think that's a lot, man. People don't want to be beat over the head with quotes. I mean, like I said, I'll send 1 quote a day, and that's cool for me. And, you may or may not see that quote from me, and that's it. And so that's what it is. But when you got multiple quotes and, you dropping quotes in the morning and the afternoon and the evening, a little bit over the top, man, just stop it. That's annoying to people because it constantly ends up on their timeline. Another thing that's annoying, subliminal messages. Oh man, some of you throw more subs than a rapper. It is unbelievable. And so I don't think that I have to tell you what a subliminal message is, but I see a lot of them. Subliminal messages. My thing is this: if you really have something to say to someone, just say it. I don't think you need to go to Facebook to throw a sub at somebody and for everybody to be guessing as to who it is that you're talking about. Case in point, if this was my Facebook status, right? Quote, she gets on my damn nerves. I'm really about tired of her. I'm sick of all of this. Close quote. Who the hell do you think I'm talking about? I mean, it's not like I'm talking about my mom. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think people really have taken the subliminals really way too far. And to be honest, I don't care who you are. You don't have to go too far to find subliminal shots on your timeline. The bottom line is this, we're not in high school anymore. Most of you listening to this podcast, I would assume, are over the age of 18. So if you're over the age of 18, I'm assuming that you're at least out of high school. That's something that a high schooler would do. Come on, man, let's grow up. If you really have something to say to someone, there's no need to take a subliminal shot at them when you could pick up the phone or send a text to let them know straight up how you feel. We're a little too grown here. Let's stop that. And again, it's annoying because people will send subliminal shots, and then other people will jump into the comment section asking questions, and then the person who created the post will never acknowledge any of the comments. None. So chill. Also, the invitations to play stupid games. You know what, man? I don't get a lot of these anymore. I used to get a ton of them back in the day, but that is so annoying. Stop inviting people to play. To this day, again, I mentioned at the top, I've been on Facebook for 10 years. I've never played one game on Facebook. No, I couldn't even tell you where to go on Facebook to find a game. But I've gotten many invitations to play video games. I don't want to play video games. I have a TV. I have a PS4. I don't need to be on Facebook playing games. I have an iPhone. I can play a game on my phone if I wanted to. That is very annoying. Extremely annoying for those who, don't care to play. Now, if you want to send something to someone who is actually interested in playing a Facebook game, then do that. But other than that, man, please don't send games. And please don't send me any. If you send me a game, you really might get unfriended. Last but not least, updating your status. Literally. Man, This is the most annoying thing about Facebook to me. When you update your status 5,000 times within an hour. I'm being facetious, but Facebook isn't meant for that. That's what Twitter's for. You know what? You can send 100 tweets in an hour and nobody would care. If you're watching a football game, okay, it's the Super Bowl. I don't know if it's the NBA Finals. Facebook isn't meant for you to have a status for the interception that was thrown in the first quarter, the fumble that was returned for a touchdown in the second quarter. I mean, it wasn't meant for that. You look at some of these people's time, especially during football season. You look at some of these people, and I make it a point. Generally speaking, I stay away from football. I stay away from Facebook on Sundays because I have quite a few people on my timeline, and they're cool. Don't get me wrong, I love them to death. But man, you killing me with these. And then here's the thing, the way Facebook's algorithms are set up. So if I'm not on Facebook on Sunday, when I go on Facebook on Monday morning, now I'm seeing all of these status updates about why you thought the Chargers should have gone for it on fourth down. I don't want to see that. It is very annoying. It's annoying during award shows. It's annoying during games. It's annoying at all times. I really, I think there probably should be a cap on how many status updates you could have in a certain hour. Because Twitter will stop you from sending but so many tweets. I don't know what the number is, but you can only send but so many tweets in an hour. Like I really couldn't send 150 tweets in an hour. Twitter would stop me. They'd put me in what we call Twitter jail. And you're only in Twitter jail for a couple of hours, but Twitter understands it. They get it. They're like, look, you can't keep posting this thing, so you can't keep flooding people's timelines with other stuff. So yeah, man, updating, that is the thing that really bothers me, because I get it. I'm watching the game too. I don't need to see 15 updates about what happened during the game, because I saw the game just like you. And here's the funny thing that always bugs me out about this. And I've even made the suggestion to a few, like, hey, look, you do know that Facebook wasn't necessarily structured for you to, have all of these updates during, a game or what have you. You probably should go to Twitter. You know what the first thing they say? I don't like Twitter. Twitter is stupid. Twitter is boring. Really? Nah, man. For real. That's, to me, that's probably the most annoying thing that I see every time. And so I'm to the point now where I just, I've started muting people and unfriending people. I really don't unfriend people. But I do, I like Facebook. Like I said, we're in a cool stage right now. But these are some very annoying things that I constantly see on a day-to-day basis. Again, as I said at the top, I'm certain that you're laughing as you're listening to this podcast. I'm certain that my listeners aren't doing that. But if you are, please stop. It's so annoying. Stop it, because it's not. Not only is it annoying, but it's not cool. So there you have it. Thanks for checking out another edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm your boy 12 Kyle. I'll catch you guys next time. 5,000.
Are you really buying a car online on AutoTrader right now?
Really?
At a playground?
Yeah, really. Look at these listings from dealers.
Wow, your search can really get that specific.
Really?
And you just put in your info and boom, car's in your budget.
Mom needs a second, honey.
You can really have it delivered?
Really? Or I can pick it up at the dealership. Mom! 1 sec, sweetie. Mommy's buying a car.
Mommy, look!
I think your kid is walking up the slide.
Kyle, again? Really?
AutoTrader. Buy your car online. Really?
Quick quiz. What injury law firm has been helping people in the District, Maryland, and Virginia for over 35 years? That's right. It's Greenberg and Betterman. Auto accident? Medical malpractice? Get a free consultation by visiting gblawyers.com and feel better.